Hi everyone, I'm Emma, TikTok expert from Ecomdy, and welcome back. So, have you ever wondered why some of the TikTok ad video they get a million views, but other they barely get it past for first few seconds? So today's video, I will walk you through about the TikTok creative playbook that can help you improve your creative engagement and the TikTok performance. So let's get started. So one of the biggest mistakes advertisers they make on TikTok is creating ads that look too much like advertisements. People they don't open TikTok to watch commercials. They come to be entertained, discover new ideas, and enjoy authentic content. So if your ads feel more like overly polished or sales-driven, chances are people they will scroll past it within seconds. And the data supports here like around 68% of TikTok they say that Fi creators more authentic than traditional brand advertisers. And so how can you create content that feels native to TikTok? First, you need to focus on the look. Use the vertical non-existent format but keep the style natural and authentic instead of like highly produced commercials. Feature real people, whether that's creators, your founder, employees, or even the customers. The second is to speak the language of TikTok. Use a quick edits, trend, sound, caption, and text overlays that feel like content users already enjoy watching. And the goal is to make your ad look perfect is to make it feel like belongs in on TikTok, and that's what help capture attention and drive a better performance. So a similar to think about is to break your video into three parts: the hook, the body, and the colors. And first with the hook, the first 1 or 2 seconds are the most important because that's when people decided whether to keep watching your video or scroll away. And you grab attention immediately. So you can do this with an interesting question, an expected visual, or relatable problem. And don't worry too much about introducing your brand right away and focus on stopping the scroll first. And the next we have the body. Here, once you capture attentions, it's time to keep viewers engaged. So you can show your product in action, explain the key benefits, or tell a story, add caption, or you quick cuts, and keep the pace and like fast so the content like feel natural to TikTok. Finally, we have the clear close. Here, never assume viewers know what you do next and tell them exactly what actions you'd like to take and whether that's visit your website, learning more, or making a purchase. A simple and a clear call to action often work best. Now it's also depend on your campaign's objective. Like there's three storytelling framework here and that work particularly well on TikTok. The next we have pick a story framework. First, we have the AHA framework. This focus on creating a moment of surprise or satisfaction, such as dramatic before and after transformation or an unexpected product result. The second, we have the problem solution framework. So you can start by showing a common pain point, then demonstrate how your product solves it in the simple and related way. This is one of the most popular formats for product demos and tutorials. Finally, we have the journey framework. It means instead of selling immediately, you take viewers through a story or experience. This approach helps build trust, emotional connection, and long-term brand awareness. At the end of the day, so a successful TikTok video isn't about looking good. It's about guiding users through a clear story that captures attention, keep them engaged, and encourage them to take action. The third we have is stimulation. One of the biggest reasons why people scroll away is because the video feels slow or repetitive. To keep viewers engaged, your content should have movement throughout the video. That doesn't mean making it complicated. It can be as simple as you like quick cuts, changing camera angles, adding captions, or including small animation and imagery to highlight key points. The goal is to give viewers something new to look at every few seconds so they stay interested and keep watching. And you need to remember on TikTok, fast-paced and dynamic content usually perform better than videos that stay the same from beginning to the end. And the fourth, here we have is sound. Unlike some other platforms where people often watch videos on mute, TikTok is a largely a sound-on experience. In fact, TikTok report that 65% of users they prefer brand videos that include original sound. So don't think of sounds as just like background music. It's an important part of your creative. You can use a clear voiceover to explain your story and product sounds or ASMR to make the experience more immersed or even create the consistent sound that people begins to associate with your brand over time. And we have the final tips here. Like, you always make sure you're using the licensed audio. The safest option is to use the music from TikTok's commercial music library, especially if you're running paid ads. So this helps you avoid copyright issue and keep your campaigns running smoothly. The fifth pillar is use trends strategically. One mistake many brands they make is trying to jump over every viral trend they see. But just because something is trending doesn't mean it's the right fit for your brand. So instead of following the every trend, think about which one actually support your market goals. And here we have a simple way to do is group trend in 3 categories. First, we have moments. These are the short-lived viral trend that can take off overnight but usually disappear just as quickly, and they can bring a lot of attention, but timing is everything. Second, we have signals. These are content formats that stay popular for much longer, like storytelling videos, before and after transformation, or product demonstration. They are more stable and easier to incorporate into a long-term consist strategy. And the third, we have force. It means these are broader cultural movements that continue to shape consumer behavior over time, such as sustainability, inclusivity, or the growing use AI in everyday life. So, what's the best approach? Build most of your content around signals and force because they provide consistent results over time. And then when a moment aligns naturally with your brand, you take advantage of it and why it's still relevant. Remember, successful brands don't chase the trends, they choose the right trends that fit their audience and brand identity. Finally, let's talk about technical best practice, the production. Even the best creative can underperform if the technical setup isn't right. First, always create your video in nice sustained vertical format. It's the format that fits the top full screen experience and give your content the best chance to stand out. Next, pay attention to the safe zone. Avoid placing important tags, logos, or call to action buttons too close to the edge of the screen, and especially near the bottom, where TikTok's interface elements like captions and buttons may cover your content. And finally, don't rely on just one creative, because creative fatigue happens when the same audience see the same ad too many times. That's why it's good practice to have multiple creative variation running at the same time and continuously test new ones. So if you notice performance start and to deadline, you decide that creative maybe need to be refreshed. So remember, like, great performance doesn't just come from great ideas, it also comes from getting a technical details right. That's it for today's video, and to wrap up, creating success for TikTok ads content is just not about creating the most polished video. It's about creating the content that feels natural, capture the attention quickly, and make people engage with it. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and have more updates from us with the TikTok ads. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.